They found the first body in the river 2 weeks later. It was the butcher's son, a boy no older than 13, and his skin was white as ash, his lips curled back in a silent scream. The elders said he drowned, but the deep gashes across his chest and the hollow space where his heart should have been told a different story. They burned the body before sundown, claiming it was to ward off evil. But I knew better. They were scared. That night, the whisper started. It wasn't the wind, nor the rustling of trees. It was low, guttural words spoken in a language that clawed at the edges of my sanity. I heard it first in my dreams, but soon, it crept into the waking world. I'd hear it while fetching water from the stream or walking past the shadows of the old church. At first, I thought I was the only one. But then, people began acting strange. The baker, a kind old woman who had once given me bread for free, stood at her window one morning, staring blankly into the street. Her lips moved, mouthing words I couldn't hear, her eyes glassy and lifeless. I called her name, but she didn't respond. By evening, her house was locked, and the smell of rot wafted out of her windows. The same night, I woke to the sound of scraping. Something sharp and deliberate, like nails dragging across my bedroom door. I froze, every hair on my body standing upright. Slowly, the door creaked open, revealing nothing but darkness. My heart thundered as I whispered, "Daimeji." A laugh came from the hall. Not his laugh. Not anyone's laugh. It was shrill and broken, like a chorus of voices stitched together. I slammed the door shut and didn't sleep until the sun chased the shadows away. By the third week, the village was no longer the place I had grown up in. People vanished without warning, their homes left eerily untouched. The air felt heavier, suffocating, as if the earth itself was holding its breath. And the whispers, oh, the whispers, they grew louder, more demanding. Sometimes, they spoke my name. It wasn't until the night of the harvest moon that I understood the truth. I was in the woods, gathering firewood, when I saw her again. The princess. She stood in the clearing, her back to me, her long hair cascading like a veil of shadows. But she wasn't alone. Around her were the missing villagers, their bodies stiff and pale, their eyes glowing faintly like hers had in the palace. They moved unnaturally, their limbs jerking with every step, as if something unseen was pulling their strings. I pressed myself against the tree, holding my breath. But the princess turned, as if sensing me. Her face was worse than I remembered, her mouth stretched wider than any human's should, her teeth now needle-sharp and blackened, her glowing eyes burning with something ancient and hungry. "You brought them to me," she said, her voice echoing in my skull. I wanted to run, but my legs refused to move. "They ran," she continued, stepping closer. "But they can't escape me. Neither can you." The villagers moved toward me, their lifeless eyes locked on mine. My heart pounded as I stumbled backward, tripping over a root. The whispers in my head grew deafening, each voice hissing a different command: "Stay. Obey. Die." But one voice, softer, cut through the chaos: "Run." I didn't need to be told twice. I bolted through the trees, their twisted faces flashing in the corner of my vision. Branches clawed at my skin, and the ground seemed to shift beneath my feet, but I didn't stop. Behind me, her laugh, hollow, haunting, echoed through the forest. "You can't run forever," she called after me. When I finally stumbled back into the village, it was empty. No guards. No elders. Just silence. I locked myself in my home, shaking as I bolted the doors and windows. But even now, as I sit here, the whispers haven't stopped. They are louder now, surrounding me, coming from the walls, the floor, the shadows. And just now, I heard it. A knock at the door. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. And her voice, low and sweet, whispering from the other side. Another one.